So, the girls' room rant. I am going to do a nice undoing from my night and talk about the next topic. Tidy up just a tiny bit because I threw everything all over the place. It actually looks kind of decent because the luxury of having a small bedroom, even though my bathroom is relatively large for the size of my room, if I trash it horribly like I did today because I was running late to the concert per usual, it takes, I don't know, 5 minutes to tidy it back up. It's not that big of a deal. So I just need to get some of this hair off of the sink, take off this makeup I have, and rant about today's topic of why am I single? People have asked me that. I've never asked and answered myself, really. When people ask me, I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But I really do feel like even asking that creates pressure from women or for women and anyone, as if you being single means there's something wrong with you. And I'm sick of that narrative. Maybe there is something wrong with me. Maybe there's something wrong with the world. Like Drake said, I wasn't hiding you from the world, I was hiding the world from you. No, he said the opposite. he said, I'm not hiding the world from you, I'm hiding you from the world. Actually, I don't know what he said. But yeah, that's usually one of the follow-ups. Like, are you single? Are you dating? And why? Like, well, I hope my camera's not super tilted, but if it is, just tilt your head a little bit. Joy. Yeah, I don't know. Well, actually, one of the interviewees said he's single because he doesn't want to date women from LA because we're weird or something like that. And it's like, all right, well, I don't even really know if I want you to elaborate because I don't agree. But if I think about why I'm single, I think there are a multitude of reasons. One, even like today, I'm coming back from a concert that I got tickets for maybe a couple months ago, and I just went by myself. I didn't have any reservations about going by myself at all. I actually really like doing things by myself to the point where I don't know what it would be like to really give my time to another. One of the reasons I think I'm single is because I live in a fantasy land. I obviously have not been able to get satisfied. I've had at least one person recently say that because I've never been in love, that's a walking red flag. And I don't think that's fair as a red flag to me. Like, there have been times, of course, where I've wanted that so desperately, pretty much. Like, a lot of times, I think a lot of women and maybe men too, like, want to be in love, fall in love. And maybe I just don't allow myself to do it, I don't know. But I'm just not with the foolishness. Like, I feel like I can weed it out. And maybe it's just me being foolish and not taking people seriously. I know that that has been a thing of the past in moments, but I really think that I'm a pretty simple girl. Okay. Take off this minimal makeup that I did. I really need to learn how to do makeup for real, like beat my face. But until then, it's gonna be bare bones. Yeah, so why is Joy single? Joy is single because of Boyz II Men and artists like them. Recently, with my roommate, actually, I was gonna go with or without her, but she came along, so I'm happy she did. I recently went to the Boyz II Men concert because it was down the street from me. It was super amazing, and I love them. Like, being there, seeing the reception and the crowd that they brought out of people my generation. Like, we grew up listening to them, and I think we really miss music like that. Music where men are not afraid to serenade women or speak on how much they love women and what they love about women. Right now, I just feel like guys, nobody likes women. Like, everyone just hates women, and it's okay. And for whatever reason, we're not holding anybody really accountable. Like, hey, before, I start dating you, can you please not hate me? Like, what do you like about me? Outside of just that I don't have a penis. Because, like, do you like women or are you just not gay? I feel like there's kind of a difference. And at that Boyz II Men concert, I was reminded that, you know what? These men actually exist. Because sometimes you forget. Sometimes you're like, you know what? I just need to leave. I'm just gonna get married in my dreams. Because for me, I'm not gonna compromise. Like, I want the fairy tale, and that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's gonna happen. And I get really dreamy in my head anyways when I make up these fairy tales, which has gotten me in trouble before. Like, I make up these fairy tales and I open my eyes to this man that I've been daydreaming about and now have, expressed interest in or allowed his interest to whatever. And I'm like, wait a second. I just look at him one day and I'm like, I don't like you. Like, I actually don't think I like you anymore, or maybe I never did, and now I have the ick. And I'm mostly just mad at myself. But, like, get out of my face. And it might seem like a 180, but it's really just like we don't know each other, and I'm realizing that. So, there are things like that which probably lead to my singleness, just like walking into things that are not real and wasting my time. And wasting my time is kind of just like, maybe a couple months or something. And then I start dating myself again. And once I start dating myself, which I've been doing for so long, it becomes really hard to even think about what a separate life would look like. And my list isn't crazy. It's not like you gotta be 6'2", 180. Like, I think that's probably anorexic for a man. I don't know. But my list isn't superficial. It's just like, do I like spending time with you? Like, goodness gracious, where are the men at that I like spending time with? I don't even know. I think the bar is just high because I really, really enjoy spending time with myself. Like, going out by myself is very enjoyable. Like, I don't have to worry about anybody's time, anybody being hungry or being annoyed that I'm running late. I just can do what I want to do. And mean, honestly, sometimes I wonder, like, maybe I'm just meant to be single. Like, I don't think so. I think that I just got some work to do, and the right person just hasn't come around. But being single at 32 can be a little choppy because you start wondering why. Like, alright, there are so many people out here, but I tell you, LA is just so interesting. But like my friend said the other day, okay, I feel like I've gotten most of the eyeliner or mascara off, so that's that. But like my friend said the other day, if everyone out here is single, why are we not dating each other? Like, why is everybody single? It doesn't make any sense. Like, who wants to die alone? I'm also, I think I'm single because I don't know what I want sometimes. It's like I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Like, do I not want to be single? Because I kind of like being single. I like being able to get up and do whatever I want to do. Like, no questions asked. But then sometimes, like at the concert today, it's nice to, like, you know, be held, I'm sure. But I don't want to artificially get into something just because, like, oh, it'd be nice if, like, I had somebody behind me that I could kind of lean on while I'm listening to music swaying. But then that person just becomes a placeholder. And I've done that probably every single time where I'm just like, listen, I find you attractive, you find me attractive, let's just hang out, I guess. I will likely hate you in a couple months, but, you know, let's try things out. So I really don't want to do that anymore. I want to be intentional. And it's hard for me to even, like, answer the question when I say, like, oh, like, on dates. I say, oh, I want to be intentional, and they'll ask me, what does that mean? I'm like, I almost, like, I can't always be honest. Because I'm like, well, in the past, I just, you know, trash you guys, and I treat you like objects. I'm like, well, you're going to be my boyfriend for the night. Maybe for 2 nights. Because I just want you around. But I don't know that I really want to get to know you. I don't know. I am maybe single because of me. I don't even want to admit that that's true. Because I feel like I'm amazing. But do I let other people, men, really see? I mean, it's kind of hard for me to really be ultra vulnerable and girly and flirtatious so much. Like, I can flirt for sure, and I flirt with probably everyone. But it's so fleeting, and I know that I kind of want to dive in a little deeper with people. I haven't really been struck though, where it's more than just a flirt and a good time, and oh, well, you're kind of bad and I like it, and I want to just, like, kind of get to know you but not. And I just, like, need to be cool, calm, and collected. Like, really learn how to date. Like, learn how to, and not even learn how to date, but learn how to value men. Like, I say that I value men and that I love men, and I know that I do, or I feel like I do, but for whatever reason, like, on these dates, half the time, I don't ask questions. It's almost like I really do not care. And I remember one of my most, like, memorable and most hated dates. He called me out. Like, this man read me for filth, and I was just like, I didn't know what to say. I've never been called out like that before. Usually I'm super quick and witty, and I'm like, oh no. But I felt like he just kept going. It was kind of mean, but I was like, oof, man, I don't know. Like, maybe this is just stuff I need to hear. But I think that I couldn't really hear it at the time. I just needed to take a moment to think about what he was saying. And I realized, no, I didn't ask him a single question, really. I was like, ugh, how many siblings do you have? I don't care. Not on that first, second date. Like, I don't care how many siblings you have unless it just naturally comes up. But he was just like, you're not asking me questions. It's been 30 minutes. I'm like, dang, you tracking? Okay. Well, you're not asking me questions either. He caught me so off guard, though. I was like, wow. But in hindsight, like, okay, if I'm going on dates, let me actually try to get to know somebody. The last date I went on, I did. I was asking questions that came naturally, but I realized I just didn't really care that much about the person. Part of my heart, like a majority of it, just does not want to date. I just don't. I don't, and I feel like I'm such a simple but complex person sometimes. Like, is it okay that I don't want to date? I don't want to do that. And then sometimes I do. Especially knowing that in a couple years I would love to be married, but I feel like I just haven't experienced enough men. Like, I gotta do, a bad boy season. I gotta do a little like goody two shoes, maybe a techie guy, surfer day. I want to try all the things. So by the time that I meet my husband, I know he's the one because I've tried others. But then again, maybe I don't need to try anyone else. Like, who has time for that? Also, where am I finding these men? Like, am I just going outside and saying you? I mean, I guess I could, but I am just too flighty. I might show interest in you for a second and then be done. But I have been open. Like, I feel like, no, I have been open. I've given my number out to like 20 men. Like, you know what? Why not? Even though, do you even know my name? Like, we had a 20-second conversation, but fine, here's my number. And what I've noticed in these past, I don't know, few 5, 6, 7 months of me just giving my number out like it's candy, because I just am like, who cares? All these spam robots, whatever, have my number. Just add a few. These men that ask for my number never text me, which is fine because I don't know you. But I just wonder, why are you asking for my number if you're not going to text me? What is the point? Like, do you think that because we've talked for 20 seconds to 20 minutes, you feel obligated to ask for my number? Like, I'm going to talk about you to my girlfriends and like, oh, this guy, like, I don't understand that. So now you have my number and I'm just kind of like, okay. Like, I literally am like, all right, here's my number, whatever. At this point, I know you're not going to hit me up. So I just let you have it. Maybe next season, or this season, it's cuffing season, so they say. Maybe I'll have a little bae. But do I want a bae? That's why I'm single. Because I'll be interested in somebody and then not. And I'll just be like, over it. So over it. Like, I don't want modern dating. It's 2024 and I want to live in 1995's dating. I want to live in the dating world that Boyz II Men was in, and Love Jones, and even The Best Man. Like, I want that, where, man, the men were just so fine. they're so fine and they're singing to us and they're like, I want you. I mean, maybe they're still cheating, I don't know, or not still cheating, but you know, there's still problems in dating in every generation, in every season, but at least I really feel like it seemed as though they liked us, you know, like they actually liked women in more than just, you know, big butts and whatever else everybody's rapping about. I want a fairy tale, and that can look different. You know, it doesn't have to just be Prince Charming and he doesn't speak. Like, I want my man to speak. I want him to make me laugh. I want him to make me think and question and improve. But I want him to make the first move. I want him to ask me out. I don't want to be equal. Not really. Like, I don't want him to beat me. Like, I want to have certain rights, but man, modern feminism kind of messed it up. Like, I still need you to open my door. You know, modern feminism is a trap. It's like, oh, we can do everything for ourselves, by ourselves, blah, blah, blah. Like, I do like dating myself because I just actually enjoy myself and I like the spontaneity, you know, because I'll just do something really random and I don't need a +1 or +2 or whatever. I just need to throw on some clothes and get in my car and go. And I like that freedom. But I think my expectations of dating and a person and a partner might not be super aligned with 2024. I feel like I am waiting for somebody to really, you know, sweep me off my feet a little bit. I want you to tell me where we're going, who we're going with. Honestly, sometimes what to wear. Shoot, why not? I want you to ask me out. And I don't want you to want me to ask you out or take the lead in that area whatsoever. Because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. So, I am single. You are single because you choose to be. Because maybe you don't exactly know what you want and you need to write it down and you need to actually be open. I think it's going to be easier. But what are you supposed to say when somebody does ask you? And I've done it, so I'm like, I don't know what kind of response I'm looking for, but like, what is a good response to why are you single? Because how are you going to, oh, I'm crazy. That's why I'm single. Maybe I'll just start saying that. I'm really psycho. I think men would like that. They'll be like, oh, really? Let's give it a shot. I'm like, okay. Do I have time to waste though? I don't know. Why not? I just do not want to compromise on certain things. I don't. So this girls' room, these sessions are gonna be me holding myself accountable, even though I'd be so flip-floppy, like, oh, I'm gonna ask him out and just like see, why not? Knowing that like, I'm not gonna like you if I do that though. If I ask you out today, or if I pay today, or whatever, I'm not gonna like you in a month. I'm gonna actually hate you. So, this is a good time that I'm doing this to really journal because I feel like this upcoming season is going to be really mind-blowing and I'm going to learn some things about myself. It's going to be open season. I'm going to be dating and I'm going to be living and doing all these things. So I'll be back here every day, really. couple times a week. Just having my shower thoughts in the bathroom, talking about boys, my dates, and then looking back and seeing how I can pivot, where I went wrong and why I'm single, because I'm sure that I'll be able to figure it out when I watch these back. And I'm like, oh, I'm single because I'm insane. Yeah, that could be it. Okay, well, time for the shower.
Pulled up, made my appearance. You can't sit with us without clearance. That lame shit, never let it near us. And your girl will choose my team cause you still living with your parents. Flexing on the gram with your paycheck. Stop showing off them bills you ain't paid yet.